What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? It's your boy Tyler from Tennessee, back with another video. Today, we're going to be discussing the 5 top rap projects of 2017.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
So this year, you had projects from, your heavy hitters like, your Kendrick Lamar's, your Jay-Z, Rick Ross dropped a project, Eminem dropped a project, Lil Wayne recently dropped Dedication 6, so the Migos dropped a project, DJ Khaled had a nice project, 2 Chainz dropped a project, Big Sean, Saha the Prince dropped a project, so it was a lot of diversity, a lot of people that you haven't heard from in a while dropped projects. So as a music lover like myself, and I was just happy and soaking it all in. But then also you had, some newer guys coming in there. People like JID. You had Earth Gang drop more projects this year. T Grizzly, Rhapsody. It was a lot of new people that came out this year. Not really came out this year, but really like exploded this year. Cardi B, she took off to a whole different level this year. All in all, 2017 was a good year music wise. We're just gonna talk about the 5 top rap projects of the year.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Before I get started, just letting you know now, this is all solely based on my opinion. There's some rappers out that everybody likes that I don't like, and then there's some rappers that I like that everybody doesn't like. So this list is definitely based upon my own opinion. So yeah. Now, pause. It'd be impossible to make just a top 5 list, so I have a top 5 list, but then I also have a couple honorable mentions in the list. So we're gonna start off with the honorable mentions. Some people that got left off of my top 5 list include T Grizzly's My Moment. It was a good debut project. It was good all around, but compared to the other people on my list, it just doesn't compare. Smino, a rapper out of St. Louis, great project, but once again, it just doesn't compare to the people that I have within my top 5. Rhapsody, oh man, I hate that I had to put this honorable mention, but Layla's Wisdom, just the replay value there wasn't as strong as the other projects that I do have in my top 5, so that's the reason why she got left out of my top 5, but kudos to her, she made a great album. These next 2 people are probably going to be a little controversial. A lot of people would have thought that this would have made a lot of people's top 5s, but it didn't make my top 5. So we have Migos with Culture. It's a good project. It just, I'm not a turnt guy all the time, so it just wasn't in rotation as much as the other projects. And it's the same with JC. I respect him. I respect him as an artist. But, the replay value just kind of died down after about a month and a half. I kind of didn't listen to it as much anymore. So that's just a few of the honorable mentions. Also, Earth Gang, they dropped 2 projects this year. They dropped Robots and Rags. Both of those projects were amazing. They were just too short, so I feel like they didn't deserve to be in the top 5 because those projects were both each like 20-25 minutes. So it wasn't worth it to be placed in my top 5. Along with this list though, I made a Spotify playlist, so you can find that link below. Go ahead and go to it. If you need any reference points or anything for any of the people that I'm talking about, everything you would need to know, well not everything, but I'll link a lot of the favorite songs I talked about in this video. I'll link that in that Spotify playlist that is below, so go follow that playlist. Yeah. So some of the things that I kind of look for into like a project is just replay value is like the #1 criteria to me. So like if I keep going back to it, weekly or maybe even daily, that's gonna be high on the list. Of course, just how the album makes me feels, or just remember when the album first came out and how I remembered it and how I interpreted the first listen. That plays a role in it. And then just like I said, replay value is the #1 criteria for me. So all of these next 5 or 6 albums had high replay value. Some of them came out early in the year, and I still play them, weekly. They fall in my rotation weekly, whenever I'm driving to work or, working on some homework or whatever. So yeah, so we're about to get started with this top 5 rap projects of 2017.
Top 5, top 5, top 5.
So number 5 on the list, a lot of people probably wouldn't put this in there. put this in their top 5, but like I said, these are my opinions, so it's my video, so this is in my top 5. So number 5, we have Jadena the Chief. Now a lot of people's like, Jadena, he still makes music. I haven't heard from him since, you know, Classic Man. But you know, he put out a nice project this year. I want to say it came out in early, probably like January or February. It was super early in the year, and I still listen to it. You know, weekly. There's some songs on there that I listen to daily. All in all, it was a great project. What I like about the project the most is just the I guess the mixture that it had. So it had, you know, some songs that could be radio hits. It had songs that, you know, were deep and could, you know, like made you think. There was a couple songs on there that I could do without. I skip them every time. So those songs are Adora. Honestly, I hate that song. 2 Points is cool, but you know, I skip it. It's not that. It's good, but it's just not worthy of my replay value. But yeah, all in all, it was a very well put together album from start to finish. It was a good project. The skits that he had in there were nice. The African skit were funny. So it was funny with the skits, and the skits didn't necessarily take away from the songs. So that's nice. I hate when people throw in skits that don't fit with the album, or they just shouldn't be in there. And I wouldn't say that that's how it was with Jadena's The Chief album. But yeah, some takeaway songs from this will be Along with the Chief. A lot of people know that because it was in Luke Cage. You know, he performed that in there. Once I heard that, I was like, ooh, that song hard. So luckily it was on the album once it came out. Another song was a kind of a double song. So Helicopters and Beware. Both of those songs were very cool, very nice. Made you think, had deeper meanings to them. And then number 1, my favorite song on the whole project was White Niggas. So why I really like this song is because he pretty much took what was going on in the black community and flipped it around to make it to where white people are actually in those situations, and how you know, black people would react in those situations that happens in the black community now. So it was a really nice way to you know, convey a message that he was trying to get out. So it was really nice. That's why Jadena the Chief is my number 5 on the top 5 rap projects of 2017.
Top five.
Next, I couldn't decide between the two, so it's a combo. You know, this is my video, so I'm kind of making my own rules. Oh well, what are you gonna do about it? But you know, kind of tied. So in the number 4 spot, I have 2 projects, and I put them together because they're similar, but at the same time they're different. But all in all, you know, I couldn't pick between one and couldn't pick the other, so that's why they're both on here in one spot. So those 2 projects are Logic's Everybody and then Joey Badass's with All American Badass. Now the reason why I say these are similar is because, you know, both of them are like political albums or whatever, so it's not, you know, so within these albums, you know, they wanted to, you know, talk about what was going on currently in the country, ways to fix it, how black people are viewed in America. So yeah. Like I said, they're very similar, but at the same time, they're very different. So to get started, I'm going to talk with Logic's Everybody. So yeah, Logic's album was a good concept album. It had a nice message. However, the downsides of this album and Logic in general is he seems to be very repetitive. He always talks about, you know, him being black, him being white, and like all of this racial tension and racial identity. So, you know, that's why it's very repetitive. But all in all, it has some good tracks on it. So some of the takeaway tracks that I have written down is Inkbot with Juicy J. That's a nice little, you know, turn up song. I hate how it's so short though. Black Spider-Man was a nice song with the I can't think of his name, but he had some amazing vocals in there, so that had to be one of my favorite songs on the album. Then also wrapping up my top 3 for that project would be Most Definitely, which was most definitely a nice song. So if you haven't heard this project, a lot of people don't really like Logic because he is repetitive, because he only talks about his race. But Logic he is a good artist. He has good lyrics. He has good beats, good wordplay. So he's definitely one of my top 5 favorite rappers out now. So his album definitely made my top 5 list of the year, and I also had the pleasure to see him and the next person on the list in concert because they was on tour together. So the next part of number 4 will be Joey Badass with All American Badass. Joey Badass is easily one of the most slept on people in the hip hop game right now. So he's been slept on since 1999 came out. 1999 was his debut mixtape. I'm not talking about the year when he came out, just for clarification. But yeah, within this project, like I said, it's similar to Logic because they were both talking about political issues and things. But honestly, Joey Badass did it way better than Logic did. So yeah. So songs like For My People and Land of the Free were definitely some takeaways. Definitely deep meaning songs. Definitely makes you think. Very political. Very nice, well put together songs. So it was definitely nice. But I honestly, listening to the project, I listen to all these projects while taking notes. I keep looking at my iPad at the notes I took. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, that's what I'm looking at. But just listen back at it, looking at my notes. I couldn't think of any throwaway songs when I re-listened to it when I was making my notes for this video. So yeah, all in all, it's a great project, honestly. So I will give it a 5 out of 5, but it's 4 on my list because my next 3 on a scale of 5, these are like 7s and 8s. So that's why it is at a 4 spot. So it was a great album, very political, very woke album, as people say. So Joey Badass he's doing his thing. I wish he had more recognition because he definitely deserves it. One of the best lyricists in the game right now, honestly.
Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Now, number 3. Man, number 3. It's JID or JID. I really don't know how it's said or how you pronounce it. But anyway, The Never Story. Now, a lot of people probably have not heard of this album, but I guarantee you, if you listen to it, it will make your top 5. Or if it won't make your top 5, it will at least make your top 10 list. So JID, he is an artist that is signed with Dreamville Records. So of course he's working with J. Cole. So in order to work with J. Cole, of course you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta be nice with the mic. So there's no exception. So within this, The Never Story, he came out of nowhere and he killed it. I'm telling you, he killed it. Man, his punchlines, his bars are crazy, out of this world. So if you haven't heard them, you definitely need to check them out. So yeah, the JID, The Never Story, man, on point. I'm telling you, definitely go check it out. Songs you need to go to directly will be Hereditary. That was a good song. I definitely like that song. Louder. I guess it's Louder. And then Never. All 3 of those songs will definitely be my top 3 songs on the project. So definitely, if you want to go back for reference, definitely go and check those out. You can look at those or listen to those on the playlist that is going to be down below. So all in all, it was a great project, amazing wordplay and great beats. It was all in all, it was a good album. I look forward to see what he does in his future. Hopefully, he doesn't like fall away. J. Cole has a lot of artists, and a lot of them, put out a project and then they kind of subside, kind of fall off, not fall off, but kind of don't release anything for a while. So hopefully JID doesn't do that. I feel like he should make the Freshman XL list, double XL list, but I don't think he will. I don't think with the current climate of hip hop, with the little pumps and the little this and the little that's and all of that, I don't think he will fit into that. But I feel like he would definitely deserve a spot on that list.
Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Man, it was hard to decide between number 1 and number 2. So the deciding factor is just the length that they have been out. That's why number 2 is where it's at, and that's why number 1 is where it's at. So number 2, we have Big KRIT, Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. Oh, I gotta sit back in my chair for this one because I can go on and on about this album. So first and foremost, it was a 2-disc project. So most of the times when 2-disc projects, it's a lot of songs you just don't want to listen to because it's so long. However, you know, with Forever Is a Mighty Long Time, both of these projects or both of these discs had 11 songs on them, and honestly, all 11 songs on both sides of this tape was perfect. So, Big KRIT is definitely in my top 5, if not top 3 favorite rappers out right now. So this project definitely did not let down at all. Man, it's crazy. So the first side of the project was called Big KRIT, and the second side was called Justin Scott. So within the Big KRIT side of things, it's kind of you're more of, you know, the upbeat, the hype, the feel good songs. And then the second part, which is Justin Scott, was more so the, you know, the calmer, you know, the somber tone, the deep songs. So it was a nice balance between the two. So yeah, like honestly, it would be impossible to pick a top 3 from this. So I'm gonna do a top 6 because technically it's 2 CDs in one. So of course, starting off, not counting Big KRIT, you got Confetti, hard. Big Bank with T.I.'s verse in that song was, oh my god, it was ridiculous. Substance Stein, Ride With Me, Lay Up and Get Away. Sheesh. Just all in all, it was a great project. Price of Fame is probably my top 3 songs of 2017. You got Drinking Sessions, Higher Calling. Honestly, it's no bad songs on this whole project, none at all. Even the skits within this project, there was only a few skits, but the skits inside of this project was on point. There was one talking about classic. Oh, it's a classic. How's it been a classic? Like, yeah, it was a great skit, definitely funny. You definitely need to check it out if you haven't listened to this project. But yeah, everything about this project is A1. Like I said, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, it's like an 8. I'm sorry, but it's that good. So definitely, if you haven't heard this project, you've been living under a rock, because this was definitely one of the best projects of the year. Definitely the way it was put together, the beats, the wordplay, the storytelling, the skits, all of it, you know, wrapped into one, made it a great project. Like I said, man, 8 out of 5 stars. So definitely, if you haven't checked that out, you need to check it out tonight. And like I said, the reason why this is at number 2 and not number 1 is solely because it just came out not too long ago. So I want to say it came out in early or mid-November. So of course it's only right now the end of December. So that's why it is sitting at number 2. When I feel like it would have came out earlier in the year and it retained the replay value that it currently has within my rotation, it would have been number 1 on my list. But just solely because when it was released, it's not, you know, number 1 on my list.
Drums, please.
So, number 1, man, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't put Kendrick Lamar, Damn, at number 1. Once again, King Kendrick, Kung Fu Kenny, like, bro, it's Kendrick Lamar. Like, at the end of the day, what more do I need to say? But within this project, you know, it was, once again, you would never get let down. Well, I wouldn't say never, because Untitled, Unmastered. But for the most part, you would never get let down by Kung Fu Kenny. So Kendrick Lamar, Damn, was no exception. So of course, at first, before it came out, I knew it was gonna be a great tape. When he dropped the Heart Part 4, I think it was called. When I heard that, I was like, oh man, this album about to be crazy. And he did not disappoint at all. When I tell you, project on point from start to finish. Great project. So, you know, you got songs like DNA, Element, Feel was my favorite song on the album. Loyalty. If I had to pick, you know, some throwaway songs, I would throw away Humble and XXX. I would throw away Humble solely because they wore it out, so I skip it every time it comes on. And then XXX, I just really don't like that song, so, you know, I would throw that away. But those are the only 2 songs on here that I would throw away. The storytelling is good. The samples are amazing. You know, it was all in all, as a project was put together perfectly. out of 5. I give it an 8 as well. It's definitely, it was a great project. Definitely check it out if you haven't. If I don't know why you wouldn't check this project out. But yeah, man. So as far as my top 5 or my top 2 will really be neck and neck. They really tied. But the reason why Kendrick Lamar is over Big KRIT is because the fact that Big KRIT just came out not too long ago. So that's what it boils down to. But all in all, this is my list. 2017 was a great year, man. 2018, woo, they got some big shoes to fill, because 2017 was a great year, music-wise, rap and non-rap. So, I look forward to moving forward. I look forward to new artists being found in 2018 that may not be big now, that we know will blow up in 2018. So I look forward to see if the rappers that are big now keep up with no momentum. I wonder if Cardi B is going to keep doing what she's doing. So we gonna see. But yeah, this is my top 5 rap projects of the year. After I'm done recording and editing this video, I'm gonna do a top 5 non-rap projects of the year. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, I'm a huge music lover. I don't just listen to rap. Like, if you just listen to rap, you need to get outside of your bubble and just listen to other stuff, because there's more out there than just rap. So I'm gonna do a non-rap top 5 list as well. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Like I said, there will be a Spotify playlist down below with some of these top 5 songs, or with songs from this list on there. So definitely check it out if you just need some reference points for any of the songs that I talked about, or any of the albums or artists I talked about. They will be in that Spotify playlist. Also, let me know what your top 5 projects of the year is as well. I'm interested to know. So yeah, go ahead and drop that below. But like I said, 2017 was a great year for music. 2018, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully music is just as good, if hopefully it's better, honestly. So yeah, man, let's just see. But anyway, this is your boy Tyler from Tennessee checking out. Always remember, be blessed, stay blessed, but most importantly, be a blessing to others. I'm out.